somebody fills out a form, it automatically goes into the right campaign. So I'll talk to you after our Zoom meeting here, and
Okay.
we'll see if we can get your Zapier up and running.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I really want to have it like integrate with my calendar too, you know, so that I can get more notifications and kind of thing like that too. So that's sort of my, you know, my goal with that also. And, you know, who knows, there's millions of things you can integrate it with. It's you know, pretty crazy, you know, thing that, it's like endless, you know?
I've hardly tapped into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got different businesses, and we have lead forms that come into our website. So Zapier will put those in a Google sheet. And then I have an automated emailing system. This is in a totally unrelated business.
Mm-hmm.
I also have a loan brokerage, you know, so, you know, our web forms on our web page, they're integrated through Zapier, and everything's automated. It's just so much easier using the technology. I think my Zapier plan is like $60 a month.
Uh-huh.
And it is well worth it, because the burden that it takes of, you know, manually copying things over, and the multiple functions. There's something called paths as well. You can use logic. You know, if it says this in this field, then send this email instead of the other one.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it takes a little while, but just getting you hooked up to your Freedom Soft is not that difficult at all.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I do you so I mean you do lending and real estate, obviously, right?
Yes.
Okay, right on. Where are you working in any particular markets right now? Are you kind of close to home, or do you go out virtually?
Well, the brokerage is nationwide.
Uh-huh.
I only brokered non-owner occupied loans at this point, and commercial. I've
Okay.
totally gotten away from consumer mortgages. No more FHA or, you know, VAs or Fannie Freddie stuff.
Uh-huh.
So that's anywhere in the country. If somebody needs help, they find me. I'll work with them if I do that type of loan.
Gotcha. What about
Regarding real estate, I'm licensed in Connecticut and Mass,
okay.
but I'm working Tennessee and somewhat nationwide through advertising campaign.
Gotcha. What do you think? I mean, how do you feel about, is there an advantage to you to have a license for real estate investing, or
in my home state and my neighboring state, Massachusetts, the license is there, not for me to practice on a day-to-day basis, but we spend a lot of time and money and effort in lead acquisition, and sometimes you just have a prospect that should list with a realtor.
Right.
Why not be the one to take the listing?
Absolutely.
And I'm not going to go sit in an open house. I'll find somebody else to partner with and let them sell the property. But
yeah, I've been going back and forth. I have all my college things. All I have to do is take the test, but I just haven't, you know, just don't know. I'm in California, so, you know, I just haven't been, you know, just don't want to take the time to do it, I think, what it really comes down to. So, you know, and, hey, Lou, are you a realtor? Are you a real estate agent? Okay.
No.
Were you ever?
Used to be. Yes.
Okay. How long is it?
I think the day might come where we don't have a choice. If you
I agree. That's happening for sure.
Yeah, like Illinois did it already.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, and I think Pennsylvania's got some stuff, or at least in like Philadelphia, the city, I think, has that.
They have some type of registration program now for wholesalers.
Right.
So you've got to register. I think you need an insurance policy or a bond. I don't work in the market, so I don't have all the specifics, but you know, I don't think it's a bad thing to have some accountability, because you do have some unscrupulous folks out there. But once you go down the regulation path, it's never ending though.
Right. Well, I tell you, it's funny because like the California form, I did a deal in Louisiana, and we had to use a Louisiana contract, and it was like 3 pages, and then but the California one's like 28. And but it's all realtor butt coverage kind of stuff, so it doesn't really, the meat of the contract is really only 2 or 3 pages, but all the other, disclosures and, all that other stuff that goes on with that is crazy, so it's just, I mean, just going through that is confusing enough for me as somebody who's done it a bunch of times, so but anyhow,
Well,
yeah,
I
well,
hear you.
who knows? We might do it. Mike Connor's also, he's got his courses too. I think eventually at some point he will, one of us will probably get our license at least if we need to, and then, but I don't know. I mean, and I don't know what it's like there, but here in California, just to have your license, to hang it and have all your insurances and everything is like pretty expensive. It costs, I mean, I was talking to a buddy of mine. He wanted me to come on with him and do it. He was a broker guy and he's creative and everything. But I mean, I think just to have the office was going to be about probably $500 or $600 a month in it. So.
Well, Connecticut, like California, is an extremely litigious society and highly regulated.
Right.
Businesses and residents are leaving here in droves for other states.
Yeah. Same here. Hey, does anybody else have any questions or anything today? On any deals that you're working on? Sandra, it's great to see you here, and Jaime, Larry, of course, Anthony and Lil. I'm super stoked to make some calls today. What you got?
I don't have a specific question about a deal. What I've been working on the past couple of weeks is I've been reaching out. I've been sending out 15 to 20 offers to agents a week.
Cool.
So
like Michael kind of system like he had the other day.
Yeah. So I've been doing that, and I've just been kind of keeping an eye out on when those, because I feel like some of the agents aren't even presenting them, and some of them are presenting them, because I've had a couple of come back and ask me questions, you know what I mean, that the sellers had.
Right.
But I'm just sort of just waiting for those to kind of expire, and then I can reach out, directly myself.
So tell me, what are you actually sending them?
So what I'm doing is, I'm sending them like an offer letter. Let me see here. Let me pull like an
kind of like just like a proposal kind of thing, basically.
Yeah, it's a proposal. Yep, it's got a proposal, with the price, the term, the rent payment, the down payment,
Right.
that'll be credited towards the purchase. I have on there the buyer pays all closing costs, do it financing and the closing date. That's what I have in the body of the email.
Okay.
But also what I have attached to it, and also actually in the body of the email, I have on here a special note where, they could represent me and I can pay a buyer's commission. And then I also have an important disclosure, which says that buyer is the principal in this transaction and is not a licensed real estate agent. So I have that in the body of the email, so the agent knows, where I kind of fall in the transaction.
Right.
But I'm also attaching an actual offer letter to it, so then they can forward that to to their client, and it's got, obviously the offer, but it also has some of the benefits for them as a seller. I have some bullets in terms of that, and I also have frequently asked questions as well on there. So it's like a 5-page thing,
Right.
that I kind of explains what I do, that I've attached on there.
So is that going with, that's kind of similar to like the Joe McCall like information sheet that he has, like with his offers, like if he does he'll do a two or three offer thing and then just has all that information?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm doing it. These are just lease options, to be honest with you. These are just lease options. So I'm just doing just the one offer. So that's what I'm doing so far. is that I have and some of the ones that I've reached out where, I've actually talked to the sellers and I've sent out offers. They've said after they've like ghosted me.
Mm-hmm.
They've ghosted me. Like these are from like November, October. They've ghosted me. They never, when I confirmed the time to talk the next day, to go over any questions they might ask, they ghosted me. But I still have been following up with them. I'll leave a message and stuff like that.
Well, one thing that I kind of realized, and I think I talked about this a while back too, is that, a lot of times the realtors, if they don't know what lease options are,
Mm-hmm,
they won't even present it, just because
mm-hmm,
they don't understand it, and I've done something similar to that too. I actually had a realtor friend of mine who what I would do is I'd go, she would send me all the listings on the MLS that kind of fit the criteria of what I was looking for.
mm-hmm,
And then I would go through them and then just send a proposal letter that was, basic, simple, hey, this is the price, um, this is the option money, this is the rent, I would
mm-hmm.
sublease it. It was a one-page thing, and I can send you that thing if you'd like, that I
Yeah.
used. Because then what I would, instead of like overpowering them with information sometimes, because how a lot of, basically the same goes for, if you're getting overpowered by information, you're just going to say, whoa, I don't even want to look at that, I'm not going to do it, or say no. So
Mm-hmm.
my technique was really simple: keep it on a one-page deal. Hey, would your client be open to something like this? Of course it's okay to say no, but and then, so I'd go through the MLS that she sent me, all the lists and stuff, write the thing, because it only took me like 2 seconds, and then send it back to her, and then she would just email it to the listing agent. And then, so coming from another agent to an agent gave a little bit more credibility, I guess you could say, or, and, you still
Mm-hmm.
get your response. But we did a lot of deals that way. I probably did, 20 deals that way. And this is a while ago. I haven't really done it much, but it definitely made it a little bit easier, and keeping it as simple as possible. Are you getting any responses, really positive responses?
I've gotten a couple where it seems that they've understood them because they've come back and used the word lease purchase, whereas when I email it to them I said lease option, so I've
Right.
gotten a few that have understood it. It's when I send it to the agents, in the body of the email, it literally is just kind of that one page, like that what Michael Batista did.
Right.
But I know that what they send to their client is that Word document, that's got a few pages. So do you think that Word document that I even have attached on there is too long for the sellers to digest? Because,
Yeah, I kind of feel that way. I think
okay.
keeping it as simple as possible, if they respond and say,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'd like some more information on it, then you can send that, you know what I mean? Because
Okay.
then you're like, okay, they're open to it, it could go either way. I don't know. Does anybody else have any thoughts on that? Anthony, what do you think? If you can talk, you're probably busy. I kind of feel like keeping it simple and keeping it one thing until you get a response, and then you can kind of go more into the explainer mode, I guess you could call it. Does that make
Right.
sense? You know?
Yeah, that makes sense. So probably just not even attach anything, just put it in the body of the email like Michael Batista did, and
Right.
then just send it to the agent. That's it, right? And then if they ask more questions, you're suggesting that then I would attach that Word document. Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So like what I'll do on like wholesale deal, well, even on, I try to call people more than I send stuff now, but I'll send an email to an agent, or a text actually, which is even better. Like, hey, I saw your listing at such and such, would your seller be open to something creative?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Okay.
And then, it's either
Yeah.
yes, no, maybe, what are you thinking about, especially something that's been on the market for a long time,
Right.
or is vacant, or, has some of those motivation things that were we like to see. So, but yeah, I just I'm like I try to keep things so simple now, because did a lot of confusing, complicated stuff in the past, and you
Right.
know, I look at it from a standpoint of, okay, what if I was getting this?
Mm-hmm.
How would I react to it? Even though I know how to do all this stuff, if somebody gives me something that's like straightforward and simple, I'll reply to it faster than something that's big. It's just like one of those deals, how you go through and you see a new course or something and somebody has like 20 pages of information and then you can't get to how much it costs until you go like all the way to the very, 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 very end of it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that, and what do you do most times? You just like, unless it's something you're totally,
You tune it out. You
yeah,
kind of
you
just like
figure it out.
whatever. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
well, great job, man. That's great. You're getting closer you're one day closer to getting your deal. You are. So you're sticking to it. I love it. So, all right. So I'm ready to make some calls. I'm going to share my screen. I did a little thing that's a little bit different, but I use, you guys all see that? So what I did is I took the automated REI after the responses from the text blasts and downloaded it. And then I kind of went through all the, responses and then just highlighted the numbers of the people that I wanted to call. And part of it is because when I go back to the automated REI, which is awesome and I love it, but I lose my place a lot of times on where I'm at. So now I can kind of go through, and what I'll do is I'll just put something in here if I, maybe like left message, I'll just go LM. So then when I go back, I can see where I was at. So, so I wanted to go through and just, I got a couple pretty good ones. This is a North Carolina text blast that we did. So, this guy looks like a pretty good one. What do you think? See what he has to say. And if anybody has any leads that they want me to call too, I'll be happy to call them. 1, 4, 8.
I'm sorry, the person you were...
That's too bad because that looks like a good one. I'm going to call them back. So I'll listen to whatever you have to propose. That's a good one, huh? Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Hi, this is Mark at Charlotte, and please leave your name, number, and a brief message.
and I'll be happy to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you, and have a great day.
At the tone, please record your message.
I'll leave a guts
When
message.
you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Oh, hey, Mark, this is Mark also. I was calling you about your property. I'm ready to make an offer today on it. Can you give me a call back at 707-696-9073? Thank you. Man, rough day today so far. Six, 4, 804.
Your call has been forwarded to.
Does anybody else have any numbers they want me to call? If you do, just put them in the chat. I'll call them up. Hey, Larry, checking in on you. Want to see how you're doing?
Hello.
Hey, buddy, I just wanted to see how you're doing. Everything going good?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Okay, good.
Getting old,
No, you're not. You're just experienced.
well experienced. I have a seller that I don't know if I want to put you on to him or not though.
Why?
It's been a while since I talked to him.
Uh-huh.
I noticed the house is still for sale
Yeah.
since last summer,
Uh-huh.
but I don't want to treat you that way. You're a nice guy.
Well, no, what's the deal? That was he an asshole or something or what?
Well, yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Still hadn't sold the house. I'd have to look up the address so and
Okay.
his name on
I'll do
Zillow.
it.
It's on Zillow. I'd have to find it for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for helping me out the other day when
Oh yeah, for sure.
about staying positive in this
Yeah,
business.
that was what I just wanted to check on you. I go through it too, man. I had one deal that didn't go through last week. It was I'd worked on it for like freaking 2 months, and had the deal closed. I mean, I had it under contract and I had buyers ready to go, and then the seller just like backed out. And I could have gone and done the whole, legal thing and all that stuff too. And I was like debating it, and Connor kind of wanted me to do it. And, I could have recorded the contract or whatever, but I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, don't want to get into a bunch of,
Sure.
move on to the next one, but
Move
I
on.
went through the same thing, dude. It took me like a couple days to get over that one. I was like,
Sure.
because it was a good one too. And I had it
Yeah.
all set up to go also, like I had a buyer and everything, like the guy was ready to, but I was just waiting for the title to clear. So
Oh, okay.
But so yeah, I had a couple day little letdown, and went surfing, and then things got better. So
Oh, yeah, that'd
but yeah.
make you feel better, I guess. So,
Yeah.
so how,
Hey, any one of you guys too can always text me, or if you need a little uplift, we can talk. I'm all about that. So I want to help you guys out through those things, because there are a lot of ups and downs that go along with this stuff for sure. But if you stay consistent, the ups are going to be a lot better than the downs for sure.
how do we find your number?
You can if you go on Justin's website, my phone number's on there, on one of the coaching things. Just text me or call me or whatever. So
Okay.
I'll actually put it in the chat too.
I had a question about this lease option memo. Now, how sound is this if somebody signs one and sends it back to you? Is that
It's good.
is
Yeah,
good? I mean, they
solid.
can't just. So you don't have to record that, do you?
No, you can, or you can record a memorandum if you wanted. But it's totally legit. There's nothing. It works great. I mean, Justin's used it for a long time, and I have not used that. I've used it a couple times. I haven't. I've had a contract that I've kind of used on my own already. It's sort of an all-in-one deal that has worked for me. But I mean, I think it kind of depends too. I mean, it's totally legit. I would use it for sure. I mean, it's super simple, which is great. So I would definitely, definitely makes sense and works, and it's easy. So
All right.
It
Just
doesn't.
one page, so
It's not. It's not a big, complicated. Try to explain. I mean, I had one yesterday, so I had a deal that I had sent to the guy. He wants to do it, so on and so forth, and he liked the contract and everything. And then he's all, well, I want to send it to my attorney, and I'm all, okay, whatever, I mean, I obviously don't. I don't. It's. I should have told him, yeah, just give me your attorney's number and I'll call him, but I didn't. So, but he was fine with everything. But I'm sure the attorney will come up with one or two issues on it, and then we'll just. But they want to do the deal, so I'm not too worried about it. It's just trying to make sure that they feel comfortable.
yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So,
Sure.
all right, I'm gonna give this one a shot and see what happens. I'm gonna have to play down because I don't know where it is now. Okay, so let's see. Jaime sent me one. So Kim, her name is Kim.
Not much luck today, Mark.
No. It's okay. We'll get somebody. Anybody else got some numbers? Oh yeah, I've been wanting to call this one.
Hello.
Oh, hey, this is Mark.
Hey.
Hi, good. How are you? Hey, I was calling you about your property, and I texted you a while back. You said you maybe wanted to discuss it with your husband, see if maybe we could. First of all, is it still available?
Yeah, are you talking about our home in Linville?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, cool.
That home is still available.
Okay, and what's your name?
I'm having a difficult time hearing you.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's your name?
My name's Teresa.
Teresa. Okay. Teresa, I wanted to see if maybe I could ask you a few questions, and maybe you could ask me a few, and I'd like to maybe see if we can make an offer today on it. And if you don't like it, you could just tell me to get lost. How's that sound?
Yeah. Well, and also right now I'm a principal of a school, and I've got a couple kids with me. Their
Gotcha.
mother has a doctor's appointment.
Okay.
And so I had to pick them up and work it. So what time?
You want me to call you
do
back?
that later on?
You want me to call you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it involves my husband as far as
Right.
the offers we would take.
Okay,
I
cool.
couldn't answer yes or no on that. But
Yeah.
we're available anytime after 6.
After 6? Okay, cool. Why don't I call you back after 6, and maybe we could do like a 3-way call and see if it makes sense.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah, it'd be fine if you want to call
Okay.
at 6 or later. It's fine.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Teresa. Have a great day.
Bye.
Oh, well, I'll call her at 6. So that's East Coast time. At least we got somebody, huh?
Right. Mark, I have a question. When
Sure.
you're calling these people, are you making the offers right there and then, or are you getting off the phone with them, looking at the numbers, emailing them an offer, and then discussing it the next time you talk to them?
That's a great question, because what I used to do is I would get on the phone with them, get all the information, then say, okay, let me get back to you,
Mm-hmm.
or send them, or let me send you an offer, or, all that kind of thing. So now I've sort of, ever since I kind of been with Justin, my mindset's completely changed. I want to try to talk to them, get as much information as I can, figure out what kind of offer I can make, and try to make it there, or at least have a pretty good idea what kind of offer I want to make on the phone with them that first time. Because what I've found, for me at least, is that a lot of times when I would say, okay, hey, I'll send you an offer, and I hadn't even really talked to them about what the offer was. I just wanted to, because basically what it came down to is because I was chicken shit and I wanted to just do it through writing instead of doing it through talking. I'd send them an offer, and then I'd want to follow up with them, and then I'd never hear from them again. So, what I'm really working on now is trying to get as much of the information as I can through the qualification part, figure out what kind of offer I can actually make them, and then, kind of go through the objections on the phone, which is something that I'm really trying to work on. It's something that I'm not good at. That the closing part is something that I need to work on, and get to that point to where I can kind of close, or at least get a pretty good idea on what kind of deal we can offer. Now, this doesn't work out all the time, and it depends on, especially like if it's a wholesale deal where, you might have to look at, look at the numbers and make sure, and do your, calculations to make sure that it's a good deal, and then get back to them, after. But I think when, my ultimate goal is to try to close them on the first call. Doesn't happen hardly ever, but, and then sometimes what I'll do is I'll say, so like I'll go, like I did one the other day. I had guy who's super motivated. He was like a 10 plus, which is, they're kind of rare, but they're definitely out there. And we went through the whole, it was a lease option deal. He couldn't sell it outright because he was in a divorce situation. He needed to wait. So, all the ducks kind of aligned in a row. And we went through all the terms. I talked to him about, what he needed, the rent he needed, the price was his basically full price deal. And then, so I talked about all the terms, and then he wanted to talk it over with his girlfriend who was a realtor. And I said, okay, well, look here, I'm going to send you over an email of exactly what we just talked about. And then let's all three get on the phone. And if you have any questions about it, then we can kind of throw all that stuff into the contract. And then, so he talked to her, did not need to have that three-way discussion. He said, just send me over the contract and we'll go through it. And then he had a couple little things in the contract that he wanted to change, like he didn't want pets and, some other things. So, but we were able to get to the point of what the deal was going to be in that first phone call, because I found, we used to make so many offers and then we would get so few deals, and it had everything to do with talking to the people on the phone, I think, because I would make the offer, I would talk to them, get information, send an offer, never hear back from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's where I am right now is I'm,
Yeah.
that's why I was wondering kind of if that's, my part there in terms of working on it.
Right. Well, I tell you, I just was listening to the last video of the phone conversations with Justin on his quick start thing that he has now.
Mhm.
And I listened to it over and over and over again because I need to get better at it myself, And so when I hear him and it's like, I know I'm not going to get it all in a day, but in 2 to 3 months from now, I'll get better and get better. And then the only way you get better, I think the only way you really get better is by making the calls too.
Right.
And
Okay.
everybody, Claude always talks about it being a cactus, but man, once you get your first couple in, if you can just have a goal to do like 2 or 3 or whatever it is, and then you start to build momentum, and it becomes easier. And then using your cheat sheet too on the agenda, the qualification and the close helps a lot too, because then it kind of keeps you in line with what it is that you're how to just sort of get through it, so you don't forget. Like, I forgot my cheat sheet today. I don't have it. It's over at my office. So I'm kind of, even though I've done hundreds of calls, I still need it all the time as a reference. So but does that kind of answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, for sure. All right, I'm gonna try another one here.
Hello?
Oh, hey, it's Mark. I was calling you about your place that was on Zillow. Is it still available?
Is what available?
Do you have a property for sale?
No, sir, I don't.
You do not. Okay, my bad. I must have dialed the wrong number. Sorry about that.
All right.
Have a great day. Whoops. One, 3, 3, 6, 6.
Hello,
Oh, hey, it's Mark.
Mark. How's it going?
Good. I was calling you about your property. You hadn't sold it
Yeah.
already, had you?
Which one?
I didn't miss that. Ooh, you got more than one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, maybe I can buy them all.
Oh, I'd love it.
What? Good question. I don't know. My son gave me your number. He said call this person. He had texted you last week about maybe doing something creative. I don't know. What do you have?
Well, so are you importing people to North Carolina? Are you in that?
No. I'm a real estate investor. We're out in California.
Oh, so you're definitely importing.
Well, no, I'm looking for investment property, but yeah, don't hold it against me because I'm in California.
No,
So
no, hey, I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, like, you probably would be better off in
Yeah.
North Carolina, at least for the short term. I don't know.
right.
can't
Well, I
promise
mean,
long
know,
range.
houses in North Carolina are way cheaper than houses in California. So,
Mhm.
well, what do you have?
Well, so the house that I think you're calling about that is not under contract is 7 Primrose Court. I'm sure you found it. It's on, like, if you search 7 Primrose Court, it'll come up on like 20 listings, including MLS,
Okay.
Zillow, True, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably have all the detail, right?
I apologize. I'm embarrassed. My son just sent me the number, so I don't have that in front of me.
Well,
What?
why don't you look it up
Okay.
and then you can see there's a video walkthrough. I mean, I've checked all the boxes for selling. So why don't you look it up, take a look,
I'll do it right now.
and then call me back, or take a look right now if you want, and
What?
tell me what.
So it is in Greensboro.
Greensboro, North Carolina.
All right. Gotcha. Okay. Wow, looks like a nice place. Are you guys live
It
there,
really
or
is.
what
It
is
really
it? Are you an investor too, or what's
No, I'm
No?
just a downsizer.
Gotcha. Okay. Man, that looks like, so that's pretty much why you're selling it then. Is you guys just want to downsize then?
Yeah, I'm just trying to divest myself of some properties so I can be a little more nimble.
I see.
Seems like a good time to be nimble, don't you think?
Yeah, no doubt. I kind of like that idea. What is the did you guys, how did you come up with the price? Did you have it appraised, or what's the?
So initially, so I'm sure if you follow the markets across the country, if you're an investor, then North Carolina had been really hot
Right.
Throughout the end of the year. And so I had a realtor do an assessment, the 2 different types of market assessments, both through the system that they have through the MLS, and then just I don't know the terminology, but like 2 different slices.
Gotcha.
And so he came up with a price, and I knew it was a little high, but I'm like, cha-ching, everybody's doing bidding wars and stuff. So
right.
I priced it that way, and I let it ride for a couple months. But what I knew was that the square footage price was not in line with the other properties on my street and in my neighborhood. So I came back in, I guess, December. I don't know, I'm kind of losing track, but I came back in either November, December, and I did my own assessment based on square footage prices. And that's how I came to the 374.
Gotcha. So is it vacant now then, or?
It is, yeah, okay. It's empty.
Man, so you're not making payments on that too, are you still at the same time, or?
Oh yeah, I still have a mortgage on it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, I've been through that before too. I had to make 2 payments on it. It was pretty rough time for sure. So let's see. I mean, are you at all open to something creative on it? Like maybe.
Yeah, make me an offer.
Okay. I mean, like if we were.
Especially if it's cash, and your lawyer can talk to my lawyer and
right.
It out.
Well, let me ask you, if we were to do a cash deal, I mean, like what would you what would be something, what would be the least you could take if we were to do a cash deal?
Well, I guess make me an offer.
Okay.
Same thing.
Right.
Make me an offer. Okay.
Well, I could do that too. I'm sure, I mean, it may not be, as an investor, obviously, we want to try to make some money on it, but what if I was to do something, if maybe I was to give you full price, would you think about maybe, doing a seller finance deal or lease option for a year or 2?
No, not interested.
Okay.
No.
You just want to get out of it?
So you need to research the neighborhood, and I think you'll understand that.
I can see the house. It's beautiful for sure.
I mean, it's the smaller house in the most upscale neighborhood, so, and it's on a really nice cul-de-sac, and so, I mean, and it's in really good shape. I've done all the maintenance upgrades, and it's got a lot of, upgrades, like the kitchen and some of the bathrooms have been upgraded. So
right.
I feel like it's in a pretty good,
yeah.
I think it's in a pretty good price, and I know it's in a good neighborhood. And so, yeah, and I'm not, desperate. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not like,
you're not in a hurry. You're not in a hurry to sell then?
I'm not ready to give it away.
Yeah. Okay. But if we were to give you full price and make payments for a year, so that's something you're definitely not interested in though, huh?
Right. No, because I'm, that's what I'm getting out of. Like we've had some properties, and you probably know, I mean, telling you something, you have to own a lot of properties for it to be financially lucrative.
Right.
And so that's why my brother and I are in this. So I own that house. We're talking about 7 Primrose individually, but I'm just getting out of it. And
Gotcha.
certainly that house is too nice to rent. If you know what I mean? Like it's just, it would just cost too much to try to keep it at the level that I have it at right now with renters.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, I really appreciate you taking the time today, and I'll just keep my eye on it and see what happens. Sound good?
Thank you, Mark. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Anybody got any input on that? Let's see how I can figure out how to get back to y'all.
Yeah, I was thinking, when she was talking about she didn't want to put someone in there as a rental, but maybe you could have popped in and said, well, you have buyers, you have tenant buyers, people who want to buy the property, they just can't do it right now. Is that still something to consider? I don't know. I'm just thinking.
Yeah, I kind of felt like she just didn't want to do the rental thing, and it may turn into something later on. I'll keep her in the follow-up loop for sure. Give her a text or a call maybe in a month and see if she's still there, and just I think we had some good rapport at least, so I can try it. But yeah, that's good. I like that. I definitely could do that. Okay, Jaime's got another one for me. Linda was open to creative offer. Okay. Thank you for your input, Lou, too. I'm always looking for input.
The number you have dialed, 603-669-8186, has been disconnected.
Uh-oh. We'll do that one. I like these ones. Yes, what do you have in mind?
Recreation Services may help you.
Oh, hi, this is Mark. Do you guys have a house for sale?
We do.
Oh, great. Who am I talking to?
Teresa.
Teresa. Wow, you're the second Teresa I talked to today. That must be a good thing. Yeah, I don't really know much about it. My son gave me your number, so I apologize. But what do you guys have?
If you're going to hang on 1 second for me, and I'm going to put you on with Darren, okay?
All right, perfect.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hey, is this Darren?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Darren, how's it going? This is Mark. I was calling you about the property on West Lane, is it, in Canton?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that your place?
It is.
Oh, okay, great. I wanted to see if maybe I could ask you a few questions, and maybe you could ask me a few, or I could make an offer possibly. And if you don't like it, you could just tell me to get lost. How's that sound?
Absolutely. Sounds
Okay,
good.
cool. How much for the Corvette?
It ain't for sale. No, that's not for sale.
Yeah.
I
Are you, have you lived, how long you lived there?
We've lived here almost 26 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man, why don't you just live there another 26? Why are you selling it?
Well, we've got another place at Crabtree,
Okay.
Minor Creek,
Uh-huh.
and we're just ready to move over there.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
we've got there's right at 10 acres available here,
Gotcha.
and I took the 5.52 acres and reduced the price on the property.
So you're going to keep the other 7 or whatever it is?
We can. We can keep it, or it can go too.
I see.
It's just whatever somebody's interested in.
Gotcha. So how soon did you guys move over there already, or when are you guys moving?
Yeah, well, I mean, the house is already done. It's all we got to do is just drive up and live.
Gotcha. Okay. How long you had it for sale?
We've had it on Zillow probably, I don't know, 35, 60 days.
Oh, okay.
I'm really not for sure.
Yeah. What's been the biggest challenge? How come that beautiful place hasn't sold?
We've not shown it that much. Realtors, they want, the commission and everything before they'll show it.
Right.
Zillow, I'll tell you, Zillow keeps putting it off the market for some reason.
Huh.
You've got to go back in, and it was off the market on Zillow for, I don't know, a week or two.
I see.
We didn't know it.
Okay.
And
yeah.
So you got to go back in and update that Zillow every day, pretty much, if you want to use it.
Okay. And then let me ask you this: like, are you at all flexible on the price? Or you guys? I mean, you're not in a super hurry to sell, I guess, right?
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
Okay.
We're flexible on the price.
All right. I am. I'm an investor. I live in California, so please don't hold it against me.
No problem.
My son and I are looking for a place out there to invest in. So, if we were to do like a cash deal, do you have something in mind that you'd feel comfortable? I mean, like, what would be the least you could take if we did a cash deal?
Well, let me tell you a little bit about the property. It's 2 stories, and it's got some finished basement area.
I'm looking at a Zillow right now. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, well, it's an older house now. It's not no Taj Mahal. There's a little separate guest cottage, I guess you'd call it. It's got a half bath in it. You could live in it if you wanted to, with a full little basement for workshop or whatever. There's actually, 1, 2, 3. There's actually 4 separate parcels, all around 3 acres.
Gotcha.
Of land.
Wow.
And each parcel's been perked, and they're all buildable lots.
I see.
So
those are all connected to the place, or no?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
they're all connected. Yes, all joined in common.
I see. Okay.
And you also have availability to city water if you want city water, but you're not at city limits. There's no restrictions here.
Gotcha.
So
okay. So do you have a price in mind where you would want to sell it, like cash, or maybe not?
Well, yeah. I mean, cash. I would say $350.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might. I wouldn't want to embarrass myself with telling you what we could do cash. So probably maybe need to take that off the table right now. But let me ask you this before I go. I mean, if I was to give you your full 365, you wouldn't maybe consider like leasing it to me for a year or two before I bought it, would you?
Well, what would the lease consist of?
What do you mean? Like what?
What are you talking about?
I don't know, like maybe 24 months or something like that. Give you the 365, 24 months. I don't know. What do you think that place would rent for? Do you have any idea?
Oh yeah. You could probably. The great thing about this house is you've got 2 separate living areas. You've got the first floor, which has a bedroom, bathroom, living room, and kitchen, and then the full basement with like a media room and workout room / family room, whatever.
Right.
And then the upstairs also, it's got 1, 2, 3 bedrooms with a a kitchen, and a bathroom.
Okay.
And
So what do you think it would rent for? Do you have any idea? Like overall?
you could probably rent for right now for between $900 and $1,100 a month.
Say again. I'm sorry.
Between $900 and $1,100 a month
For the whole place?
No, just for one unit. I would say.
So what about all the units? What do you think?
If you've done some work on this little guest cottage out here, now it just has a half bath. You'd have to put in some type of shower or something.
Mm-hmm.
But put a little bit of kitchenette in it. Like you could rent it for probably, I don't know, $550.
Okay.
Maybe.
So the main house then, the 3-bedroom, 3-bath, like what would that rent for?
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Probably. You could probably rent it for. I would say, man alive, probably $1,200 to $1,500 a month, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe a little more.
So like for the whole place, if we were to do the whole place for rent, say,
Yeah.
So what, like maybe 2,000, something like that? Is that realistic?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit more, maybe.
So if we did like a 265 sales price, rented it from you for 2 months for 24 months for 2,000 a month. Is that something that you'd be open to, or maybe not?
Probably not at this point.
Okay.
The house it's going to sell pretty fast.
Okay.
It's just, so, we've got a couple coming on Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and they've looked at a lot of property in the area here.
Right.
And they were just they said please hold the place, hold the place. And I said, ma'am, I can't tell you that,
right,
between now and Sunday, but they're coming from, I think, Oklahoma or somewhere.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I don't think I asked you your name.
Yeah, it's Darren.
Darren. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, Darren. Well, listen, why don't I do this? Maybe I can follow up with you in a week or two, see if anything's changed, if you hadn't sold it yet, then maybe we could see if this could work. Does that sound fair?
Well, sounds great.
Okay. All right, Darren. Well, thanks a lot for your time. I appreciate it.
Hey, you're welcome.
All right.
Good luck.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Damn, almost had him, huh? So this definitely is a follow-up. Looks like a pretty nice house. So Sandra, did you see how I kind of did that kind of went to the end on that with the whole, trying to get all the numbers in there?
Yeah.
It didn't turn into a deal. How long did I talk to that guy for? 9 minutes. So it was kind of long. He was a talker though, man. I don't know. We get this. It's funny. I hear Justin where, they're off to the races, man. And I tried to not be rude, but sort of cut him down. Hey, Jerry, what's up? Tried to cut him down, and cut him off without being rude. But that guy probably would have been on the phone for hours if I didn't keep going. So.
And it sounded like he was eating, so he was enjoying the conversation and eating at the same time. It was a double whammy.
I was going to ask him what he was eating too, because I forgot.
That's why I said you're in trouble. He's eating and he's talking at the same time.
Yeah. So anyway.
But it was close, so you almost had him there. I was the edge of my seat, but I see how you did the number in terms of that, because and that I think that also makes the follow-up talk the next time much more better, right? Because you already have the number that you discussed. So
right. So I'll probably call him on Monday after he has his meeting with this guy on Sunday,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And just say, hey, I just wanted to see what happened with your Sunday thing. And, now we've got some rapport also. So we have a kind of a good situation to where it will work into a follow-up, I guess I probably could have told him, hey, listen, I'll just send you over an offer and, see what, you can kind of keep it. I don't know. But the follow-up will be fun. Jerry, you got something?
I don't have anything, buddy.
Okay. Well, you were raising your hand like you wanted to talk.
I was just saying hi.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, that's, that one I think will be a good one. So I'll definitely, follow up on that one and see what happens, you know. Anybody else got any input on that? I know that nobody wants to do this, but if anybody wants to make a call themselves, I'll give you a free book, and we can do this next week too. Even I meant to say something in the beginning, and I know it takes a lot of, you know, but it'd be great if we got a couple other people who made calls, and you know, you can see sometimes you just make a fool of yourself, and you know that's okay. But you know, I'd love to have anybody, you know, that was up for participating to do, you know, be able to do it also. Anybody else have any questions on that one or input?
I do.
What do you got?
Okay, so like, say we're making the calls next week, so we be able to put the information on the screen. How are you doing that?
What do you mean?
Like the information you have here, pending contract, okay? If I'm gonna make a call, okay, I'm at home here, let's say that I'm using my cell phone, how can I share that on the screen?
On the Zoom call?
Yeah,
Oh, there's a screen share thing. I'm not 100% sure how it works. I think I have to allow you to share your screen, and
okay,
then you can do it. So,
okay.
so yeah, we can definitely do that. I think I had another.
What I'll do is I'm gonna see if I can have something for next week.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, let's have a couple people. You know, anybody that wants to do a couple leads or whatever, and you know, if I do, like if I would have got that deal today, or if I get it later on too, I'm willing to JV with anybody on this group. Also, if they want to take care of part of the either be the disposition part or whatever. So as time goes on, you know, we'll all get better, and we'll be able to, you know, I want to share the opportunities that we come across on this, because, you know, I'm super grateful and blessed to be able to do this thing, and, you know, help you guys out. And then you guys help me out too, a lot more than you probably think. But, so, you know, it could be a good opportunity for all of us to work together. And, see if I can get one more in here. Whoops.
Oh, by the way, Mark, I made that house in Georgia.
Huh?
I sent her an offer for 120
Yeah.
for 2 years,
Okay.
rent $800.
Uh-huh.
Sent it yesterday afternoon. I'm gonna call her back tonight. Well, when I get off the phone here, and if she's okay with that price, then I'm gonna be contacting you. We'll see if we can JV on it.
All right, that sounds good. So Jerry and I are doing some deals together, which I'd be happy to do deals with anybody that wants to do them together. We've been just kind of helping each other out. And
the one from Wisconsin,
yeah,
the lady said she was gonna get back to me. I never heard anymore, but she was sort of a goofy lady. You talked to her.
She was a goofy lady.
Yeah.
631, 12. Yeah, she seemed kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah.
But who knows? That could be a follow-up too. You know, she doesn't.
And then my guy in Illinois, I sent him the offer, exactly what we agreed on, and he got the contract. Then he ghosted me. Okay.
Right. What? So hey, on that Georgia one, did you tell her that you were going to send her an offer for 120, or did you just send it?
I said that she was saying I'm willing to come down on the price because it needs a little work. Okay. And she had it at 135.
Gotcha.
And when you contacted you, we sort of figured the same price range, 160 or somewhere in there. So with the property needed work, okay, I sent the offer for the 120, but that's negotiable. That's where we can start negotiating that.
Yeah, yeah. So did she give you an idea what she thought the repairs were? How much?
She didn't, and from looking, she told me what they were, okay? And from looking at the pictures of the house, I think that with the good cleaning, okay, that house could be a great lease option.
Yeah.
Potential.
Right, right. Okay, cool. Sounds good. All right, I'm gonna give this guy a call.
Sorry, you reached for. Can't come to the phone right now.
All right. Lots of voicemails today. Okay, let's see if we get one more in.
Hello?
Oh, hey, it's Mark. I was calling you about your property for sale.
Yes, sir.
You still have it? You haven't sold it yet?
No, has been sold.
Okay. Is this a house? I'm not quite sure. Is it a house?
Okay, where you see the yellow?
Yeah, I think it was on Zillow. I have.
It is a house.
Okay.
The pictures.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm just checking it out right now. I wanted to see if maybe I could ask you a few questions. You could ask me a few. Maybe we can make an offer today. And, if you don't like it, you can just tell me to get lost. Is that okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, good. So what is let me ask you, it seems like a nice, I'm just pulling it up right now. So give me a second. Oh yeah. Okay. So it's in Wilmington. Great. I see. Is it vacant?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you just have it as a rental or?
No, I bought it as part of the package and remodeling.
I see.
And I'm selling it.
All right. So are you like a fix and flip investor or just?
Correct.
Okay. Gotcha. Do you do a lot of places there in Wilmington or in that area?
I've done 30 the last 3 years.
Really? Hey, can I put you on my buyer's list when if I find something to fix and flip out that way?
That's fine.
Okay, cool. And what's your name?
My name is Carlos Perez.
Carlos. Okay. Great. Do you have anything else, Carlos?
Have another that will finish you. It's already got a buyer.
It already has a buyer. Okay, cool. I see this thing's been on for like a while. What's been the
It's been a month and a half since it's been
Uh-huh.
Something like that.
What's been the biggest challenge getting it sold?
People gonna find the money.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
they have bad credit.
Gotcha. Okay. You wouldn't be open to something creative on that, would you? Like if maybe I leased it for a year or two?
I'm at least with the buy.
Oh, you are.
You have to have some kind of people in front.
Okay. What do you want down? What do you want up front? I mean, do you have...
And 4,000, 5,000.
Okay, that could work. All right. What do you think it would rent for? Any ideas? Or like, what are you trying to get for rent?
Well, the 13,
1,300?
maybe.
Okay. Gotcha. All
I
right.
could have read it for.
Uh-huh. I do quite a few lease options. I don't know, maybe would you want a joint venture on that if I brought you a buyer?
You said what?
I said, I do a lot of lease options and I got some stuff out there I'm working on right now. Would you maybe want a joint venture on that if I was to bring you a good tenant buyer?
No, I would.
You wouldn't want to do that?
Pay information or something like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe we could just figure out a way to, if I have somebody could just, yeah, I mean, that could work too. But I wouldn't be able to like show it to anybody. How do you show it? You got a lockbox on it or what's the?
It's not a lockbox.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd want to do a little bit more research, but I mean, if we were to do like 164 or would you say 165, 1,300 a month and 4,000 option money, you might be open to that, or no? Maybe not?
I might be open to that. Yes,
Okay, okay.
but
Well,
it would have to be brought in home.
what's that?
Not just, not a verbal offer.
Right. Yeah, no. I could write up an agreement. Maybe what you could do, why don't you do this? Can you text me over your email and I can just send you over, I'll just do a little bit more looking at it just to make sure that the rent's in the right neighborhood and all that. And then I could text you over an offer, email you over an offer. Would that be all right?
Yes, sir, that'd be fine.
Okay. Yeah. So why don't you just send me over your email and I'll send you something in a few minutes or maybe an hour or so. Is that okay?
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Great, Carlos. Thanks for your time.
Uh-huh.
All right. Talk to you later. Okay. What do you think? I might have a deal. I don't know for sure yet. We'll see. I'm going to look at it a little bit closer. So
Hey, Mark, I got a question.
what do you got? What can I tell? What can I help you?
When you're talking to them, like in this situation right here,
Mhm.
or any situation, do you not try to do it over the phone? Because I know sometimes when you get off the phone, like what the other guy said, and you send them the offer, it's like they ghost you. So do you try to do it right then and there and kind of go over the agreement over the phone with them to kind of make sure that they sign it?
This guy though, usually, so we were talking about that a little bit earlier. I'll go over all the terms and then I'll say, okay, because I mean, basically we just got the terms. He said he wanted something written, right?
Right.
So I just want to double check and make sure that that it is a deal at those numbers, myself. So basically it's 165, 4,000 down, 1,300 a month. That's what we agreed upon. So I'll send him an agreement on that because we just talked about those terms. And he's an investor also, a fix and flip guy.
Okay.
So he kind of gets it, like he understands what's going on. So I don't think he really got the idea about doing the JV thing together or not, but I guess to answer your question, yes, I try to do is get as much as the information set in that conversation. And, I don't always succeed at that, but yeah, ideally I want to try to get all those numbers set. And then at that point, send them over. Hey, and I probably should have said, looking back at that conversation, I probably should have said, hey, yeah, I'll send you over a contract today. When I send you it over, when we speak again later on this afternoon, what's going to happen then?
Right.
So, and that's as I had said earlier, I need to get better at the closing part. That's my,
So Mark, did he agree to split money with you?
Well, he did. He said he would do a finder's fee if I brought a buyer in, but obviously it'd have to be a JV type agreement because I'm not going to have anybody go there. And I can, I'll get back with them again on it also and see. But I'm just going to do a little bit of research on it, make sure I can get the rent that he's talking about. And then, I know Wilmington's a pretty good spot, so I think that it's a very good possibility for the deal. Who wants to split this deal with me if I get it? Nobody?
I'll split it with you.
All right, good. That sounds good. So you have to do a little bit of work. You can help me out on the dispo side, okay?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay, so as far as where you at right now, so what are you gonna do? You're gonna go to a rental meter?
Yeah.
Because I know right here it says, well, that's the payment. So you're gonna go to rental meter to kind of see what the payments are going for, and what other software that you're gonna be.
I'll do a quick comp on it, sort of see where we're at. So let's see if it has a rental. So it says estimate like almost $1,200. So it's pretty close, It's pretty close. And on a lease option situation, it's okay. I think might be
bump it up a little more.
Yeah. So yeah, and he said it's been on the market for a while, so it might be overpriced. But well, let's do a real quick comp on it. How about that? Okay, just do a quick prop stream thing and see what it comes up with.
Do you ever try to negotiate them down on the monthly?
Sometimes, yeah, absolutely, but it's, if it's pretty close, it's still a sellable deal, it's still money to me. I mean, $4,000, that's not even, if we're going to try to get 10% on it,
Right.
it's 15 grand. So that's a pretty good
Right.
split. I could probably make that work, So we'll go and look here, see what we got. Average comp's 209. I mean, that's just a real wide range right now. But yeah, I think this might be a deal. So let's see, just do a quick. All this stuff's in the way here. My computer's kind of overloaded right now, I think. So yeah, I think we might have a pretty good opportunity to make something happen. So
Shonda, you're working on any deals?
I had one that I was working on, but then he backed out.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Sound check.
as of now, no, nothing.
Okay.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You were just
How's
asking.
my background? Is that a little loud?
No, that's good. You were just asking about the disposition side. What disposition?
Yeah.
The disposition is the selling side. It's like getting rid of it, like So if Gary and I did, he would deal with the tenant buyers on it.
Who would?
Does that make sense?
So yeah, so as far as like you're talking about JVing and kind of teaming up.
Right.
So you would do how would you approach that? Would you so you're saying that you would do the acquisitions and then we doing the disposition?
Yeah. So like if Jerry and I do this, I get this deal on the contract, I'll just push off the selling side to Jerry, and then he'll do the marketing for the buyers and pre-qualify them and get them out there to see the place and all that stuff. So, and then but talking with the guy, if I had, so I have another place that's kind of near there right now under contract. So we're going to be doing we're going to do the dispositions. We're doing both sides of the deal on that one, but we're, so we may take some buyers that we get off of that deal that qualify for it, but maybe they're, and then just, we can use them on that other deal too. So does that make sense?
Gotcha.
Yeah,
it makes sense. I mean, would you even consider talking to my sellers as well if I need it?
Oh yeah,
that's something.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, if you want to, anytime you want to, so we're doing these deals we're doing this on Thursdays. You want to bring in, numbers, I'll call your people for you, and
I mean, it's just always good to say, my partner or,
right. Absolutely.
Things of that nature. So
yeah, no doubt. All right, so we've been going about an hour 20. I got more calls I got to make today. I really appreciate you all being on here. I'm sorry we got so many so many voicemails today, but that's okay. Looks like we may have a deal. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that. And if I can help you guys out with anything, just give me a call. And keep your spirits up and let's get some deals done.
Yeah, you got your phone number in place?
Yeah, it's on the website. So, yeah, go ahead and hit me up if you'd like. And
His name's Mark, right?
yeah, Mark. And then check out Arturo tomorrow. He's got some great information as always. And, you know, just, you know,
Yeah.
stay positive,
Yeah.
keep making calls, man. And what you got?
Yeah, I haven't met Otoro yet.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a couple of his videos.
Yeah, check him out.
Justin and
Check him out tomorrow. He's awesome, dude. He's great. Brilliant dude. So all right, y'all. So
pick
have
his
a good
brain.
Tuesday,
All right,
and
thank you.
let's get out there and make some money.
Thank you, Mark.
Keep a
All
great
right,
eye
have a good day.
for the opportunity to do this, and thanks so much.
Thank
Talk to
you.
y'all.
Thank you.
Thanks for the live.
Yeah.